Okay, there's the Canning across the plains. Very, very pretty. Dead flat after well 43. And we're heading into the sun at the moment, and we're going to turn left very soon and start travelling north again. As you believe it or not, they are the corrugations on the ground there, and they are continuous. Okay, this is well 43, and that's where the sign is, but the actual well with the water in it is in around this corner here. It's not quite where they say it is. That's fascinating. Okay, this is actually the well 43. If you look down there, there's water. There's some of the old metal frame, and it's actually located in the wrong place according to the signs. The signs are all over there, but 43 is over here. And as you can see, the Martians are invading the campsite, and they're over your beds. There they go, into the air. Okay, we just got up. We're about to move this morning from well 43. This is the morning scene around where we camped. This is our campsite. There's Randall's bed, there's my bed. There's the old fireplace, there's well 43. Here comes the sun. And we'll move today. As usual, we have another magnificent morning with a magnificent sunrise. What a wonderful day, until the flies get up. Okay, there's the Canning across the plains. Very, very pretty. Dead flat after well 43. And we're heading into the sun at the moment, and we're going to turn left very soon and start travelling north again. But as you can see, beautiful piece of country. As you can see, the sand dunes will turn north shortly, start crossing sand dunes again. And absolutely amazing. Okay guys, this is what the view I get when I come over the top of one of the sand hills. Yes. It just goes on for mile after mile after mile after mile. The scenery. Then up over the next step.
Look at the scenery, goes for miles here, look at it.
Corrugation, lots and lots of corrugation.
Corrugation, Japanese tourist.
Okay, that's the Canning looking back towards well 43 over these continuing double top sand dunes. If you get any idea of how remote that we are, just watch this. This is what I call remoteness. There's not a building, not a man-made obstacle, there's nothing. Absolutely nothing. Excepting my little four-wheel drive and the horizon. And believe it or not, there's Canning travelling north. Absolutely beautiful. Every sand dune you get out at, there's footprints. All sorts of footprints. Yeah. Black-faced Flycatcher for the water trough. Lift the lid here in a minute and have a look. Here's Cyril, just rolled up. These grevilleas are all over the desert out here, and they're in full flower at the moment, and they're absolutely beautiful. Isn't that a pretty flower? We're at the Michijara clay can, which is about halfway up to well 45. Absolutely beautiful. Canning travelling north. Stones on top of the sand, and it just goes for miles. 47. This is the scene we just absolutely magic. But look at this. I'm going to go to the top of the hill in a second and have a bit of a look around. Just looking south. are extremely remote. Extremely remote. Absolutely. We believe that Cyril got stuck on and nearly passed away on. Not quite sure yet until we get down there and have a look at it, but that's it, looking out from the top of the can up there. That's amazing. Shut up, man. Keep going, talk about it. Last year, Cyril actually came up from Halls Creek down to here, and this is as far as he got. He got to this sand dune and dropped the bike and nearly perished here. Very luckily, some people came by and helped him after 2 days. But when he crosses this sand dune, that will be a great triumph because he's actually completed the canning, but he's done it the hard way.
Okay, yeah, Jim, this is where I had a first attempt at on the Canning stock route last year, and I made it to here. And what happened was I was riding along here and I thought I wasn't going to make it up this sand dune here, so I turned left into here, and my front wheel actually hit this Spinifex and put me high, and I couldn't touch the ground, and she laid over right here. At the time I was dehydrated and weak, and I couldn't lift the bike up because I'd come off before and injured my leg and ripped it all open. But what I had in mind at the time was to get through to Coonawarrigi and go to the clinic there, because it's about the halfway point right here. Anyway, once the bike was over, I realised I didn't have the strength to lift it up. I had about three days supply of food and water. So I had my blue sleeping tarp, and I had it tied up to these trees here so I could give myself shade, and I was actually sleeping on my mat here under the blue tarp. And what I didn't realise during the month of August was probably not the right time of the year, because you get May, June and July are your best three, that's your window to get through here. This is when this Great Sandy Desert, she's at her kindest then, but the other 9 months she'll rip the life out of you quick smart if you're silly like me. But anyway, I ended up staying here for 2 days, and I ran low on water. I was running low on food, but most of the food that I had was tin food, so it always had a lot of moisture in it. Tomatoes, corn, and the fruit always had moisture in it. But even though that sounds like a lot of moisture, the top of my mouth was so dry, it was like leather, and every time I swallowed, it really hurt. And I was just taking a sip of water like every 10 minutes or so, just to keep my throat wet and moist. But in hindsight, I guess it was a good thing that I did fall over here, I believe. And that brings another point too. I'd like to thank each and every person that has helped me along the way on that trip, and I believe the creator of life, God himself, helped me at this particular time. He wasn't going to let me go any further, because in August I would have ran out of water. Well, 41 didn't actually have water at the time, so yeah, I was just riding into a desert that was going to suck the life out of me. And the other thing is that with the heat, I could have lost the bike in the desert as well. So I'd like to thank everyone who helped me, even God pushing me over here and stopping me going.
Righto, anytime.
Okay, now for this journey in 2015, this is my second attempt on the Canning stock route. We left Wiluna 20 days ago, so this is day 20 that I've actually came back to the point where I'd kind of fell off with a bit of help. And I'd just like to thank the Aboriginal people and anyone who was helping me along the way. It's always good to make friends and just support each other, and especially the four-wheel drive community. They're really supportive for each other. And yeah, they're amazing people. The 20 days through the desert, it's been challenging. It's hard on the body, it's hard on the bike, but with a bit of determination, it's achievable and doable. Lucky for me that I'd met Jim and Randall here, and they supported me for this crack at the Canning stock route, and it's been a big help to me. Even though it's fatigue, I'm so fatigued and worn out now. All my pants are ripped and dirty, and doing it on a motorbike, I kind of get the feel for how these early explorers, you know, like Warburton and Giles, Forrester, all these other Carnegie, I mean, and the list can go on with all these famous early 18th century explorers coming through here on horses and camels and water cans and the whole works, living off the land. Anyway, so I'm happy to be here at this point in time. So in a sense, I've completed the Canning stock route, but in another sense, it's still quite a few days to get up to Halls Creek to actually complete the journey. I think we got another four days of hard work getting up there, but it will get easier, of course, as we get through this section. But undeniably, this part of Australia is very beautiful, and we were lucky enough to have a bit of a late storm, and it's the flowers are out, the wild flowers, the Spinifex grass is nice and green. It's regenerating, there's lizards, butterflies, beetles, birds, finches. We've seen a big flock of budgies back there at one of the wells, and the purple flowers are coming out now. We've seen the red flowers, the yellow flowers. It was a pretty awesome experience. But anyway, all in all, yeah, I have to thank God, number one, for helping me through, and secondly, all the people that helped me on the way. God bless them, and I hope that they're mightily blessed, and the four-wheel drive community can keep helping each other and support each other. And I feel very supportive that if people get their permits too, you know, I in the beginning I was never for it. I thought, oh, it's money, money, money. You know what the world's like these days. We're all greedy and selfish, and it just revolves around money, it seems. But in a sense, it supports these Aboriginal tribes out here, and it's a good thing in my eyes now, because we do need to support them, because it's a very harsh land out here. It's very harsh on them, but they seem to survive it still, and have survived for at least 45,000 years, and it's debatable on how many more years they were here in Australia before that, before travelling down from New Guinea as a part of the Micronesian bloodline. But Australia, without any doubt, is the most beautiful country in my eyes. As an Australian, I might be one-eyed with that, but it's just the way it is. I've travelled the world for 30 years, and I've had a good look at the world, and yeah, without a doubt, Australia's number one as far as the rare beauty and the archaeological finds and paintings, the geography of it all, right down to the flora and fauna, and even the finds from dinosaurs and everything. It's a very remarkable land, absolutely amazing, and anyone that can find the time these days, I recommend that they do come out and travel, you know, these four-wheel drive tracks all around Australia, and pick up the experiences of life for themselves.
Edge, the southern side of the lake, heading north. That's the Canning, that's the lake, that's the sand dune that our friend nearly died on. Looking north, looking south on the Canning.